Cold Thursday night, 4 days away from Christmas, a time to give rather than receive, to enjoy the company of others. And tonight, here on DET Sports Media, our gift to you is an NVL non-league matchup, a gift that can be enjoyed to the entire family. Tonight's matchup is between two schools. Torrington High School Red Raiders, coming off an impressive win against Crosby. Torrington is eyeing a repeat of 2016 where they won the Iron Championship and made it all the way into the state tournament. But here's a twist. Under Coach Gamari, Torrington has never had a home game during the state tournament in that same time. That's the goal for the Red Raiders here in 2017. As for Waterbury Career Academy, they're coming off an absolute throbbing of Oxford. And Torrington, however, is a different type of team compared to Oxford in terms of pace of play and how they slow the game down. They'll kind of rock you to sleep, and then they'll pounce. Waterbury Career, though, does have Marquand Watson and the Bad Boys, Jaden Battle and Matt Torres. They're up for the challenge, and so are we. Hi, everybody. My name is Chris Saunders. This is a DET Sports Media production. I'd like to thank Kevin Zach, who's doing the camera here tonight. We have about 45 seconds left to warm up, so we're about to begin this game, non-league matchup between the Torrington Red Raiders and the Waterbury Career Academy Spartans here in Waterbury, Connecticut. As you can tell right now, about 32 seconds. This is going to be an exciting matchup. Waterbury Career demolished Oxford on Tuesday, complete throbbing for the most part, and then Torrington upset at Crosby. A lot of people anticipating Crosby to win, but without the likes of Rivera and Jeremiah Kendall, Torrington was able to really impress. As you can tell, people are starting to stand up for the national anthem as soon as the buzzer buzzes in 7 well, now dropping to 5, 1, and 0. And now you're going to hear the PA start to make his announcements.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Waterbury Career Academy for tonight's basketball matchup between the visiting
PA announcer
Torrington Red Raiders
introducing himself
and
to the crowd here tonight.
Waterbury Career Academy Spartans.
Here's a semi-applause here tonight here in the gymnasium.
All spectators, as the CIAC requires us to maintain high standards of courtesy, fair play, and
Now the PA announcer is just going over what rules are set here in the gymnasium, what not to throw, and to make sure you act accordingly in a adult fashion.
Please rise or remove your hats for the playing.
And now we're about to play our country's anthem. Next up is going to be tip-off between the Waterbury Career Academy Spartans and the Torrington Red Raiders. And now we're about to announce the starting lineups for each team. First off, the Torrington Red Raiders. First off, Dante Thomas, a junior. Number one, Richie Rodriguez, captain, senior. Number 10, Joel Villanueva, junior, captain.
Number 11.
Number 11, Jordan Henneberry. He is a senior. And last but not least, Kevin Dixon, junior. And now here is your hometown Waterbury Career Academy Spartans. Number 3, guard, junior, Langston Racine. Number 12, Matt Torres. And number 22, Marquand Watson, Jr.
Number 13, Chad McCoy.
Number 13, center, Chad McCoy.
And number 1, Jaden.
And number 1, Jaden Battle. And correction on Matt Torres, he's going to be 21, not 12. 21 is Matt Torres. As you can see the huddle that's going on with the Spartans, a little screaming action right before tip-off. Both teams coming in tonight here at 1-0 record. Torrington upsetting Crosby. And Waterbury Career Academy beating Oxford on Tuesday. Both played. Boys play at the same time Tuesday and Thursday here tonight. Again, the starting lineups, if you're just tuning in, for Torrington: Dante Thomas, Richie Rodriguez, Joel Villanueva, Jordan Henneberry, and Kevin Dixon. And for Waterbury, Jaden Battle, Langston Racine, Chad McCoy, Marquand Watson, and Matt Torres. Now you're starting to see Waterbury Career Academy starting to step on the floor. McCoy in the center position, as well as Kevin Dixon for Torrington. And we're about ready to tip off and let the game begin. Tip-off is at 7:06. Jaden Battle, the point guard, starting at the top of the key, gives it back to Torres, then Battle. Gives it back over to Torres, who shoots a 3 early. Off the mark, rebounded by Torrington. Torrington started to use a fast-paced type offense. Given back to number 11, who gives it to number 20, Dixon. He puts up with the right hand, and it goes in, and Torrington strikes first. Very inauspicious start, same way Oxford did on Tuesday, and you saw what happened. Battle gets it back at the top, crosses the half-court line. Guarded by Dante Thomas. Thomas still on Racine, back over to Battle. That's Richie Rodriguez. Now to Jordan Henneberry. That's Marquand Watson. He's going to dive in, hit the floor, but that's a tough 2 points. 2-2, 7:08 left here in the first. And then Torrington on a fast-paced offense. That's Joel Villanueva. 4-2, Torrington over Waterbury Career Academy. Battle at the top. Torrington will move quickly. They're not going to give this Waterbury team a lot of time to be able to regroup after they score, if they score. Good defense by Rodriguez. Torres has it at the right, back over to Racine. He shoots a 3. And it's nothing but net. 5-4, 6:38 left here in the first. Very aggressive start here for Torrington. That's going to be a travel on Dante Thomas, the junior. And that's going to be a turnover, first of the game for Torrington. Marquand Watson's going to throw the ball in. Battle's going to inbound. Battle now moving past half court, gives it back over to Torres on the right. Torres has been there a lot so far early in this game. 6:23 left here in the first. 5-4 career leads, and that's going to be stolen away from Waterbury Career Academy. That's going to be Richie Rodriguez, and then blocked by Racine. He's able to keep the ball back again. He loses it for a second, attempts to save it, and wasn't able to. Good effort, though, by Waterbury Career Academy, number 3, Langston Racine. Torrington will get the ball back. Kevin Dixon inbounded and then gives it back over to number 10, Joel Villanueva. He throws up a 3, 7-5. Torrington's back on top. Now entering the 6-minute mark here in the first. My name is Christopher Saunders. I'd like to thank Kevin Zach, who's on the camera tonight. This is a DET Sports Media production. Back over to McCoy. McCoy's in a spin, loses the ball. Looks like it was off his foot. That's going to be Rodriguez. Gives it over to Villanueva, and he puts it up with the right. Now 9-5 with 5:42 left here in the first quarter. And you can see the momentum a little bit. Sloppy play by Waterbury Career Academy. A couple rare turnovers. I will admit, though, I'm not surprised that Torrington has come off to this early start. They did that against Crosby. They're a very sound, fundamental team. Unlike Oxford, which plays a little bit more of a younger pace, tend to have maybe a lot more turnovers. This Torrington front five, and you could even say 6 to 7, maybe even 8, are full of juniors and seniors. And there's one sophomore on here, Nick Boladucci, and he had extreme playing time last year as a freshman. So this is a team in Torrington that's very deep on their bench as well as their starting five. Into the game for Waterbury Career Academy is going to be Jessa Doctor. Ball given over to Torres. Now back over to Racine. Racine now at the top, back over to Battle on the right. Guarded by Rodriguez. Gives over to Racine at the corner. He's guarded by 2 men. Villanueva, now back to Doctor. Now to Marco Watsu, who tries to make a pass. Ref is going to call a foul.
Raiders foul number 11, Jordan Henneberry.
That's going to be on number 11, Jordan Henneberry. His first, team's first. 9-5. Torrington leads over Career. 5:15 left here in the first. Back to Watson at the free throw line. He makes a pass over to Racine at the corner for a 3. Hits the rim. Ref is going to call a foul, and that's going to be on Torrington.
Raiders foul number 11, Jordan Henneberry.
That's going to be on Henneberry. His second, team's second. 2 costly fouls by Torrington. Could have both have had the ball back. Instead, give it back over to Career. Torres from the corner 3. Gets it as he falls. 9-8. Torrington only now with a 1-point lead as Rodriguez is driving in with the right. Off the mark. Ball was tipped off the hands of Watson and then back into Rodriguez's hands. He tries to throw it up and then blocked by Watson. Watson had 4 blocks against Oxford, his first of the game. Then makes an errant pass over to Racine, who loses the ball. Turnover by Waterbury Career. Torrington will have the ball back. Inbounding is Torrington. That's going to be Rodriguez. Guarded by Battle. Now Torres gives it back over to Dixon. And then throws a floater over to Henneberry and then loses the grip of the ball as he tries to go up with it. Torrington will retain the ball. Now 4:37 left here in the first. Watson trying to guard every spot. Lost for a second. Rodriguez ends up with it. And then Torres fouled him as Rodriguez was coming down with the ball. His first, team's first for Career.
Spartans foul number 1, Jaden Battle. His first, team.
It's actually going to be on Jaden Battle, not Torres. That'll be Battle's first, team's first. Rodriguez has it underneath, guarded by 2 men, trying to find somebody open. He's able to find Jordan Henneberry off the mark, rebounded by Battle. Waterbury Career moving on a fast pace. Battle loses it, stolen by Henneberry, and then it was Rodriguez. And then Watson was able to play contained defense on Rodriguez, and Waterbury Career will get the ball back. Battle inbounding, taking his time, trying to slow the pace of this offense. Torrington jumping to an early lead, 4:09 left here in the first. 9-8, they lead, 1 point over Waterbury Career Academy. Battle gives it over to Torres. He shoots another 3. 1 for 3 in the 2 for 3 actually in this game for Torres. Rodriguez has it at the top, gives it back over to Henneberry. Now to Villanueva, and he banks it in. 12-8, 3:45 in the first. And Torrington continues on an impressive start here against Career here in Waterbury. Torrington playing now more of a zone-type defense. That's going to be Jessa Doctor. And he's going to travel. Rodriguez inbound, he gets it. Torrington in their red jerseys, white collars. Spartans are in their white jerseys, black stripes. This is going to be Villanueva from the 3. Rebounded by Torrington. There's going to be a fight for the ball. They're going to say jump ball. Possession arrow was pointing towards the Raiders. The Raiders will retain it. Now, next time there's a jump ball, if there is one, Career will get the ball back. 3:16 left in the first. 12-8. Torrington leads over Career Academy. This is going to be Dixon. Not able to get it. It's going to be off the foot of Dixon. It will be Spartans' ball. 2 team fouls for Torrington, 1 for Career Academy. Bell taking his time. He's the point guard. He's the gas that starts the card for this Waterbury Career Spartans team. Back over to Bell on the right. You could hear Rowan O'Leary screaming out a signal. Back to Racine on the left side. Now to Watson at the corner. He shoots a 3. Waterbury Career Academy's had a hard time shooting 3s tonight. Have only made 2 out of a possible 6. Now to Dixon from the free throw line. And it's nothing but net. It gives a little bit of a shrug after. 14-8. 2:40 left in the first. Torres gives it over to Bell. He shoots another 3. And that one is in for the first time in the last 4 minutes of the game. Now 14-11. Torrington move on a fast pace. Looks like they're going to say that was a foul on number 11. That's going to be on Jessa Doctor, his first, team's second. Coming out of the game is Jessa Doctor. Coming into the game is going to be Josias Bynum. Rodriguez tries to keep the ball in play, throws it off Ball's leg. It's going to stay Torrington's ball. Also coming into the game for Torrington is going to be Adrian Gonzalez, a senior. He's a captain. No relation to Adrian Gonzalez of the former Padres and Red Sox, and also now the Dodgers and Braves. Rodriguez finds Dixon. He's going to drive in, but he's going to be fouled by Marquand Watson, his first. And that's going to be a tough foul, but very impressive by Dixon. Be able to drive in against the All-American, All-NVL, Marquand Watson. Team's third. Marquand Watson's first. Dixon's first shot is good. First free throw, actually. Talking to head coach Gamari, he was telling me that Dixon says less than maybe 4 words a day. Second free throw is good, but you got to admit, though, Dixon has been impressive here tonight in the first quarter. You can see why. Going up against Marquand Watson, being able to command this defense a little bit when Career Academy is on the offense. Racine on the left. Entering now the 2-minute mark in the first. Torrington's up by 5. Battle loses the ball. Good defense by Rodriguez. Now he's on Torres. Gives it back over to Battle. Battle's going to drive in with the right hand finger roll, and it goes in. 16-13. Rodriguez loses it for a second. It was pressed by Battle and Torres. That's going to be Thomas, who's not able to get it. And that's going to be Henneberry. Puts it up, loses it off the fingers of Dixon. The Zebras are going to say that that was out on Torrington. Bynum's going to inbound and give it over to Battle. Battle and Rodriguez. Back over to Torres on the right, guarded by Villanueva. Now Battle at the top. Back over to Racine. Back to Battle. Now Torres, he's going to go in. That's going to be blocked by Villanueva. It's going to be off the hand, though, of Torrington. It will stay Waterbury Career Academy's ball with entry now 1:15 here in the first. Mark Watson's going to try to go in. And they're going to say that he committed another foul. And Torrington will get the ball back. His second, team's fourth, and he's going to step out of this game. And that's not what Career Academy needed so far early in this game at all. Coming back in is going to be Chad McCoy. Rodriguez puts up with the left hand, and it is banking it in, 18-13. Now entering now 55 seconds in the first. Matt Torres on the right. Gives over back now to Battle. Torres is at the center position. Bynum went to Bynum went to drive in, then drop back, and over to Racine on the left. Battle, you can see jumping for the ball. He wanted it. Off the hands, though, of Dixon. It will stay Career Academy's ball with 39 seconds in the first. Torrington playing very impressive, carrying over their momentum from Crosby on Tuesday, of which they won. Going up against two powerhouse teams in Waterbury, both Crosby and Career. Both last year made it deep into the state tournament, both in their respective divisions. Bell went to drive in, was off his left leg. That's going to be the one without the Under Armour protecting, or covering, pardon me. It will stay Career Academy's ball. And that's going to be stolen by Adrian Gonzalez. He's going to go in. And it's in. What a steal by Rodriguez. Now 20-13, 19 seconds and counting. And Career Academy is just shocked right now, as you can hear the crowd just very inauspiciously quiet. Torres now shoots a three. Not able to get rebounded by Torrington. They're going to try to score last chance points. Gives it back over, loses it for a second. That was Villanueva who tried to be able to go up with the right hand, lost it, but it doesn't matter. At the end of one, it is 20-13. Torrington over Career Academy. When we come back, it's going to be the second quarter. 14 fouls for Career, 2 for Torrington. This is a DET Sports Media production. My name is Christopher Saunders. I'd like to thank my cameraman, Kevin Zach. We'll be right back. Back here at Waterbury Career Academy Gymnasium, Torrington is up 20-13 over Career. If you look at what Torrington did against Crosby, the type of play and momentum that they've been able to carry, it's been here tonight, and you can see the shocks on both the players' faces of Career. Let's see what adjustments they make here in the second period. Back on the floor is Marquand Watson, as he's just able to keep the ball in play. Gives it back over to Racine on the right, now back to Watson. Guarded by Rodriguez, we have a mismatch. Also into the game is Chris Jimenez for Torrington. Back over to Racine on the right. Tries to fake Rodriguez, gives it back over to Watson underneath. He's able to spin. They're going to say that he stepped out of bounds. Actually, no, they're going to say that's a foul. That's going to be on Adrian Gonzalez, team's first, team's third. Gives it back over to Bell on the right. Bell tried to attempt a pass to Marquand Watson on the left side of Battle, but it was off the foot of Rodriguez. They're going to say it's a kick ball, still retained by Career. Racine's going to go in left, loses the ball. Torres is able to keep it and back over to Watson underneath. And that's going to be on Dixon. And Watson's going to be on the free throw line.
22, Marquand Watson. That Raiders foul was on number 20, Kevin Dixon, his first, team's fourth.
Both teams now with 14 fouls. 7:27 left here in the second. First free throw is good for Marquand Watson. Second free throw is good. Both nothing but net. 20-15, 5-point lead Torrington has over Career. 2-on-1 right now. Wide open is Henneberry, or Villanueva. Back over to Gonzalez. Now back to Villanueva. Calling on Dixon to be able to block right there. Gives it back over to Rodriguez. Trying to find somebody open. Good protection by Torres. Gives it back over to Jimenez. Rebounded by Dixon, but he lost it. That's going to be Racine. He has a wide open Torres on the right. He's going to take it himself. Back over is then rebounded by Marquand Watson, who picks up the dirty garbage right there. Now 20-17. Jimenez loses it for a second again. Then it's Rodriguez who's able to regroup at the top. They're going to say he traveled. You can see a little bit of the momentum is now shifting towards Career. The crowd starting to come back into it a tad. Coming out of this game is Rodriguez. Coming back in is Dante Thomas, who scored over 20 points against Crosby on Tuesday. Torres on the right, back over to Battle. Now to Racine on the left. Thought about shooting, and they decided to drive in instead. Marco Watson dribbles once, goes up. And Marco Watson wanted a foul, but didn't get it from the Zebras. Gives back over to Thomas underneath. And then now he traveled. Second consecutive travel for Torrington. And you can see the head coach, Eric Gamari, saying you cannot do that. Too many steps. Battle now taking his time to move up past half court. 6:18 left here in the second. Now back to Racine on the left. Battle now. Torres. Career's got to get something going now. Battle with the left hand, and he's fouled on the play. He's going to be at the free throw line. Let's see who that foul is on for Torrington. It's going to be on Kevin Dixon, his second, team's fifth. First free throw was good for Battle. Coming into this game for Torrington is going to be Jordan Henneberry. Coming out is going to be Joel Villanueva. On the backcourt for Career is Torres and Racine, just in case of a missed free throw and potential long pass. McCoy's able to keep it open, or actually keep the ball alive for Career. Gives it back over to Racine at the top. Now he's going to take it, no, gives it over to Battle on the left. Dribbles once, shoots it, and it's nothing but net. What a shot by Battle. Now only a 2-point lead for Torrington, now entering now 5:46 here in the second. Good trap defense by Waterbury Career Academy. That's going to be Torres and Watson. But the Raiders are still able to retain the ball. Henneberry, a little bit of disgust, I would say. Maybe was expecting a foul on one of the two players, Torres or Watson. Three from Torrington. And Torrington's able to get the ball right back as the ball was basically bounced right back into Henneberry's hands, and he puts it right back up himself. It's now 22-20. Foul passes over to Torres from the right three hash. Not able to get it. Rebounded by McCoy. Dribbles once, right hand, and just gets in, and we're all knotted up at 22. 5:14 left here in the second. And then good press defense by Battle and Waterbury Career. He goes up, and Torrington's first lead of the game, 24-22. Rodriguez is guarded by nobody. He shot it from the free throw line, didn't get it. McCoy rebounds and now gives it to Battle. And now it starts to slow down a tad bit. The pace is starting to slow. Torres on the right. Joel Villanueva getting ready to come back in for Torrington, and Torres shoots a three. 27-22. And you can see the press by Torres and by Battle trying to force errors, and they did the last two times. They're going to say it's a foul on McCoy. Both teams now knotted up at 5 team fouls apiece. Coming out of the game is number 20, Dixon. Coming back in is going to be number 10, Joel Villanueva, junior and captain. Torrington has 3 captains on this team, Rodriguez, Villanueva, and Gonzalez. The old man team blocked for a second, then ball was basically tapped right back over to Gonzalez. Torrington trying to answer back to a quick output by Waterbury Career Academy. And almost was a prayer at the end of that one. That was Villanueva, or Henneberry. Now 27-24. Entering now the 4:08 minute mark here in the second. Racine trying to find somebody open. Finds Watson on the right. You can see the pressure of zone by Torrington. McCoy went up, gets his own rebound, then loses it again. Lost his footwork and seems to be coming up limping a tad bit after that. And Torrington answers back now 26-27. Only a 1-point lead for Career. Career took the lead back with 5 minutes left, and then now with less than about 3:30, they only have now a 1-point lead. Torrington slowly chipping away after blowing their deficit or blowing the lead that they had in the first. Blocked by Gonzalez. The ball's going to be out of bounds. What a play by number 4, or actually that was Chris Jimenez. And after that block, he's coming out of the game, but not too bad after being able to make that hustle play, stopping Torres from being able to shoot that potential 3-point play to put them up by 4. Instead, now only Career's up by 1. Dixon's back in the game for Torrington. Racine on the left, he shoots a 3. Rebounded by Torrington. That's going to be Henneberry. And Henneberry loses it as Watson was able to get a handout. Gives over to Battle on the left. He's going to go in. Behind the back, off the mark, rebounded by Torrington. That's going to be Dixon. Watson attempted to go for it and then didn't. Back over to Henneberry. He dribbles in, goes up, and he's going to be fouled by Jessa Doctor. That's going to be his second, team 6th. 6 for Waterbury Career, 5 for Torrington. Now 2:59 in the second. First free throw is good. Definitely a different game compared to Tuesday when at this time Career Academy was up by over 30 points. Instead, they're knotted up right now at 27 apiece with potential to be down by 1. Second free throw is missed. Ball hit the hands of Jessa Doctor, and they're going to say that was off. They're going to say it was off the hands of Jessa Doctor. It's going to be Torrington's ball. When the ball hits the rim like that, the front part of the rim, it can go anywhere, especially off the hands of one of the players. And Battle's able to steal right back. Let's see what he can do. And it's nothing but net for Battle as he went up with the right hand. 29-27. Double team. Dixon's able to just get past the half court. Shakes it for a second, gives over to Rodriguez. One bounce pass to Thomas. They're going to say on the errant pass that Thomas stepped out of bounds. Career will get the ball back with 2:39 left here in the second. And Eric Gamar is going to call his first timeout or second timeout of the game. You can see the crowd being a little bit more energetic now. When Career was down, you didn't hear a lot of people saying anything, but now that they're up by a tad bit, you're starting to see a little bit more emotion from this crowd tonight. Now the adjustments, I would say, for Torrington would have to be pretty simple. You're starting to see Career Academy play more of a press as soon as they're trying to inbound the ball because they've turned over the ball the last 3 times, but on 3 separate occasions. So let's see what adjustments Torrington can make. If you saw the camera view, Joel Villanueva was talking it over with Dante Thomas. Both juniors, Villanueva a captain, so I'm not surprised that he was trying to calm down Thomas a little bit, maybe giving him a little more of a pep talk. 2:34 left here in the second. Career's up by 2. Bynum in this game for Career. He's on the left, number 24. Torres shoots a 3 from the right. Not able to get it. Let's see who has it. It's going to be Marquand Watson. His 4th rebound. Torres has it, fakes it out, shoots it, and he's going to be fouled. That's going to be on Dixon. Torrington's 6th. 21, Adrian Gonzalez is trying to come back in this game as well. I would anticipate he's going to be coming back in for Dixon. Torres is going to shoot 2 free throws with 2:16 left here in the second. This is a DET Sports Media production. My name is Chris Saunders. I'd like to thank Kevin Zach doing the camera tonight. First free throw is good.
Checking the game for the Raiders, number 21, Adrian Gonzalez.
Torres averaged over 15 points last year, one of 3 players on this Career Academy team. Second free throw is good to average over 15 points. Marquand Watson being able to do on both the point side and the rebounds. Torres and Bynum trying to pressure Rodriguez, not able to. That's going to be Gonzalez who goes up, rims in and out, rebounded by Marquand Watson. Entering now the 2-minute mark here in the second. 31-27. 3 by Bynum. Watson's trying to get it, and he ends up with the ball. I'm telling you, Marquand Watson with the length how big his hands are, he's able to do a lot of damage on the defensive side in terms of rebounding. Gonzalez has it now for Torrington. Dixon at the top. You would think Dixon would be more underneath. Actually, that's not Dixon. That's number 11, Jordan Henneberry. You would anticipate Henneberry maybe to be underneath and have Richie Rodriguez be the point guard. Rodriguez inbounding, trying to find somebody open. A little bit of confusion off the hands of Watson. That's the mismatch with the height of Rodriguez compared to Watson. If he tries to lob anything up, Watson's going to be able to block it and or come up with the ball. There's nobody open. Overshot Henneberry and then right into the hands of Torres, and then stolen right back is Thomas for Torrington. He fakes it, shoots it from behind the free throw line. They're going to say it's off the hands of Rodriguez as he tried to keep it alive. Career will get the ball back with 1:29 left in the second. 31-27. Battle now crosses the half-court line. Gives it back over to Torres, now Battle. No pressure for Career Academy right now. The clock is on their side. Trying to find their shot. Torres has it from a three. Rims in and out. Rebounded by Henneberry for Torrington. Torres tried to set a pick or a block. Wasn't able to. It's going to be off the hands of Career Academy. That's going to be Bynum. Coming back in is Racine. Langston Racine. Coming out is Torres. 1:02 now left here in the second. Stolen for a second by Bynum and then regrouped by Henneberry. And then Racine had to stick his hand out, try to steal the ball away from Villanueva. Torrington will retain the ball with 57 seconds left. Villanueva trying to find somebody, finds Rodriguez. He's at the top. 50 seconds and counting. The three. Hit the outside part of the rim, rebounded by Racine. Career moving fast-paced, guarded by Gonzalez, and he drops back. Back in now to guard Racine is Rodriguez. That's going to be Battle who drives in, then blocked by Henneberry, as he said a little bit of something after that. 31 seconds left here in the second. 31-27, Career leads over Torrington. Bynum inbounding the ball, gives it over to Marquand Watson from the left. He shoots a three. Rebounded by Jessa Doctor. He puts it up for a second chance opportunity and a third chance, and he gets it. Third time's the charm for Jessa Doctor. 33-27. 17 seconds and counting. I would anticipate Torrington to take the last shot here. Villanueva and Henneberry at the top. Gives it over to Gonzalez. He's wide open. Spin move. Gets over Marquand Watson. 33-27. 3 seconds. 2 seconds. Bow have another prayer. He doesn't, is airballed. And at the end of the first half, this is one heck of a competitive matchup. Crosby being able to carry their momentum from the Crosby game until this game. And they played one heck of a first half. 33-27. Career leads over Torrington. Torrington had a lead early in the game, but then Career kept fighting back, and then Torrington kept chipping away. The adjustments on both sides have been very critical when you look at what they've been able to do. Now, there's going to be 8 minutes of halftime. We'll come back at about the 2-minute mark, go over what I saw, and maybe go over a couple stats here and there, what were keys and points of rebounds, and even assists when you look at what happened in the first half. This has been a DET Sports Media production. My name is Christopher Saunders. I'd like to thank my cameraman, Kevin Zach, doing one heck of a job. We'll be right back at the 2-minute mark here at Waterbury Career Academy Gymnasium. Back here at Waterbury Career Academy Gymnasium. My name is Christopher Saunders. This is a DET Sports Media production. I'd like to thank Kevin Zach, who's on the camera tonight. First half is plain and simple. Torrington stayed in this game, and they were up in the first half by a pretty decent margin. Career kept continuing to fight back, and now we're at what we are right now at a 33-29 clip, about to begin the third period with Battle at the top of the key. But Torrington has continued to fight, and they have a lot of spunk. Momentum, as I've stated in the first half, first half that they carried from Crosby has continued. And Torres starts off as he ended the first half with a three-point shot and off the mark and went behind the basket. And Torrington will have the ball back.
Sorry.
And that's going to be Chad McCoy fighting a little bit with Dixon. And Torrington will get the ball back. That's going to be Henneberry, or actually Villanueva, who's going to inbound it. Shot by Henneberry, or by Dixon, and it's good. 31-33, 7:30 left here in the third. Torres now battle. Back to Racine. Back over to Marquand Watson. He dunks it, and it's in. What a dunk by Watson. His first dunk of the game. He had 4 against Oxford, 35-31. Dixon with the 3-foot floater. Gives it back over to Henneberry, and he's fouled by Chad McCoy. And that's going to put Villanueva at the free throw line for 2. Looks like he got hit in the nose a tad bit, and you can hear head coach for Career Academy, Ronan O'Leary, saying that was all ball. Head coach Ronan O'Leary continuing to question that play a tad bit. I'm with him on that. It looked like it was all ball. The refs have been calling a lot of fouls here tonight. Total of 14 in the first half. And the second half begins with already 1 foul with 7:02. Not even 1 minute into the first, and there's already a foul. Second free throw was good, 36-32. Or 35-33, actually, pardon me. And then ball was fought, rebounded by Dixon for Torrington. Back over to Rodriguez. Watson's got to get back. Back over to Thomas. Then rebounded again, but then slipped. That was Chad McCoy. But they're going to say Career is going to retain the ball. Well, possibly was off the hands of Rodriguez. A little bit of a scrum, a little bit of a scrum going on between Villanueva and McCoy. Battle now at the top. Ball was almost stolen by Rodriguez and then shot by Racine. Rims in and out, rebounded by Watson. He goes up with the right hand and goes right into the basket. Long pass over by Torrington. That's Thomas. Fight for it was Racine, and he falls on the ground and tries to put it up. And then Thomas picks up the garbage, 37-35. Only a 2-point lead for Torrington, or for Career, over Torrington. Torres on the right. Battle now over to Torres. Watson able to box out and able to get the ball back, then deflected off the hands of McCoy. Back over to Torres on the right. And for the third time's a charm for Torres, 40-35. One bounce pass to Villanueva. Rebounded by Thomas. Then almost slapped out of the hands by Racine, and then right into the hands of Watson. And then battle as Rodriguez tried to steal the ball. Torres from the same spot from the 3. Rebounded by Watson again. That's been the game plan. Torres misses the 3, and then Watson's going to pick up the garbage if it's missed. And that's going to be a timeout, Eric Amari. I will say it's almost impossible to be able to get over Watson. As soon as he gets up, the amount of length that he has from his body, it's very difficult. And it could be Torres, it could be Racine, it could be Doctor, it could be anybody. McCoy, if they shoot a 3 or a 2 and it rims in and out, and Watson's even close to the basket, he's going to rebound the ball. .5:13 left here in the third period. Only one team foul on both sides, or one side, and that is Waterbury Career Academies. This is a DET Sports Media production. My name is Christopher Saunders. I'd like to thank my cameraman, Kevin Zach, doing a heck of a job tonight here at Waterbury Career Academy. One key quote from Rowan O'Leary that I thought was interesting was, "We did make a great run in the state tournament, and we were 1 quarter away from playing for the title. It was a tough pill to swallow, but hopefully our guys have learned, or hopefully our guys have used that as learning experience, and that will help us down the stretch to execute close games. These are the type of games that you'll face in the state tournament, and potentially maybe even a team like Torrington, more of a, I don't want to say fast pace, but trying to be able to force you to commit turnovers. So this is a good test for Career Academy early in the season. You'd rather see it now and then work on the adjustments rather than at the end of the season and not have a lot of time to be able to practice." Just looking at the glass half full a tad bit. 5:03 left here in the third. Entering now the 5-minute mark. 42-35. Career leads over Torrington. Now into the game for Torrington, it's going to be Chris Jimenez. Ball is now to Jordan Henneberry, trying to find Kevin Dixon. Right hand off the outside part of the rim. He gets his own rebound. He puts up with the right hand again. Rims in and out. Third time gets the rebound, then blocked by Chad McCoy. And they're going to say it's out of bounds. Spartans get the ball back. And then Bow slowly bring the ball to half court. And Chris Torres, you could hear the crowd a little bit from the Waterbury Career Academy set on the right. Watson shoots the free throw and misses. Back over to Battle. Bow's going to go in with the right hand and fouled on the play. And he'll be at the free throw line for 2. That's going to be Dixon's 4th, team's 1st of the second half. Each half, teams get new team fouls as the first free throw was good. Torrington ended with 6. Same, also 2 with Waterbury Career Academy. But in the second half, that is erased, and now both teams start off fresh with fouls, team fouls. Second free throw is good, 44-35. That's Thomas. Looked a minute towards Jimenez, but then decided not to give the ball. Now gives over to Henneberry, shoots the 3, rebounded by McCoy. And Bell has the ball right back after he's making his last 2 free throws. Now to Torres at the 3. And it's nothing but net. And Ronan O'Leary puts his hands up in joy as now his team's up 47-35. And then that ball is blocked by Marquand Watson. What a play by the junior. And that's Battle with the floater. And now you can start seeing the momentum starting to shift towards Waterbury Career Academy. That's Henneberry, the spin move, and he's going to be fouled. And he'll be at the free throw line for 2. That's going to be on Langston Racine. His first, team second. First free throw is good, nothing but net. And then the scoreboard just went out. As you can see, the scoreboard's just gone. Looks like power just went out. And nobody knows what just happened. And now the scoreboard's backed up. It seemed like there was a little bit of a power malfunction, but it is back. Nothing's changed. Still 49-35, 3:36 left here in the third. Second free throw is good. 49-35. 3:33 left here in the third. Jessa Doctor gives it over to Marquand Watson. Try to put it with the right. He's not able to, and then attempts to steal the ball back off the foot of Henneberry. Guarded by Bynum, who's now in the game for Career Academy. Torres on Thomas. Long pass to Villanueva with the right-hand shot. Rebounded by Marquand Watson. 8 rebounds tonight here for the junior. Torres for 3. Rebounded by Bynum. Back over to Watson again. And he's going to be fouled, and he'll be back at the free throw line for 2.
Number 22, Marquand Watson. That foul was on number 10, Joel Villanueva. Second.
Team second. Both teams tied with 2. team fouls apiece. First free throw is missed. As you can see the sign for Career Academy from their fans, it says bucket time as it lights in flashing white. Henneberry fakes it over to Gonzalez and then attempts to drive into the basket, and he's going to be fouled. That's going to be on Bynum.
His first, team's third.
Third team foul for Career, 2 for Torrington. Now 2:55 left here in the third. That's Henneberry. Second consecutive foul by Bynum. And he's going to be at the free throw line for 2.
Foul number 24 for Cyrus Bynum, his second, team's fourth. At the line, shooting 2 for the Raiders, number 11, Jordan Henneberry, makes the first.
Second free throw was missed. First free throw was good. And then Adrian Gonzalez picks up the garbage. It is now 50-40. 2:47 left here in the third. Torrington still chipping away. They haven't given up on this game yet. And I didn't anticipate on that happening, not as long as Eric Amari is the head coach of Torrington. Being able to see him the last couple years when I broadcasted up in Torrington. As Battle shoots the 3. Off the mark, rebounded by Marquand Watson. And he gets it right back in. The amount of points that he's been able to score off second chance opportunities, that's what's killed this Torrington team. Allowing Watson to be able to get the chance for the second chance points. That's what killed Oxford, and that's also what's killing Torrington. And Torres went down hard as he was elbowed a tad bit in the face. And he's just walking off. Hopefully he's okay. He's just going right into the dugout. This is baseball. Went right into the locker room. Hope he's okay. Villanueva back over to Dixon. He goes up and he's fouled. He'll be at the free throw line for 2. That's going to be on number 11, Jessa Doctor. But going back to Eric Amari, being able to see this team the last couple years broadcasting up in Torrington for WAPJ, let me tell you, he knows how to be able to coach the talent that he has. First free throw was missed. The one thing you can never question about Torrington boys basketball, the fundamentals and being able to know to be in what position at what time. He preaches that, and you can see that in this team. Ref talking to Jaden Battle, and Battle starts to give a little bit of a stare to the ref, probably telling him to quiet down. You get Rowan O'Leary screaming, trying to get this crowd and get his boys motivated. Now 52-40. Both free throws missed. 2:04 left here in the third. Battle over to Bynum. Now back to Battle as Bynum lost it for a second. Now to Racine. He shoots the long 3. And then he's fouled by Racine. No, they're going to say it's out of bounds. It looked like Racine gave him a little bit of a push. They're not going to call it. But that's what I'm talking about. The second chance opportunities. Torrington has to get the ball. Otherwise, you give another chance for this Waterbury Career team, they're going to make you pay. Villanueva, no-look pass. Then the 3 by Jimenez. And the ref's going to call another foul. That's going to be on Jessa Doctor again. His second foul in less than 15 seconds.
Foul number 11, Jessa Doctor. His second, team 6th.
McCoy's getting ready to come back in this game for Torrington. My hunch would be to replace Jessa Doctor. And then 2 Torrington players, both Henneberry and Villanueva, went up for it. One was able to score. That was Henneberry. Now 10-point lead for Career over Torrington. 1:27 left here in the third. Battle goes in, then blocked by Henneberry on the right hand. Long pass to Henneberry. Can he put it up? He does. It completely misses the basket, and it's off the hand of Career Academy, and Torrington will retain the ball. Coming out of the game is going to be Jessa Doctor. Coming in is Chad McCoy.
Out of bounds remains Raiders ball.
1:16 left here in the third. 52-42 still. 16 fouls for Career Academy, 2 for Torrington. The ball completely is, and it was errant pass by Torrington. This is going to make them pay. And that is finished by Marquand Watson, his second dunk, 54-42. And let me tell you, Marquand Watson continues to impress. I have never been questioned, or I've never questioned his ability and his effort. He always gives 100% no matter what. And this is the type of game where you need your stars. He is one of them, and he's doing that tonight here at Waterbury Career Academy Gymnasium. Fouls on Chad McCoy, team 7th. His second. That's going to put Adrian Gonzalez at the free throw line for 2. 1:02 left here in the third. First free throw was good. Richie Rodriguez is coming back in this game. Coming out is Jimenez. As the ref called a timeout as Battle had to tie his shoes, his left shoe. Still picking at it a little bit. Second free throw was missed, but rebounded by Marquand Watson. 11 rebounds for Watson in this game. And I probably missed a couple, so he probably has even more than that. 51 seconds left here in the third quarter. Racine to Battle. Bell gives it over to Bynum. They're going to say that was a foul on Adrian Gonzalez for Torrington. Gave a little bit of a shove. The Torrington bench and some of the fans wanted up and down, but they didn't get it. Refs have been favoring that call a little bit, but others, they've been more touchy-touchy. And then the alley-oop to Watson and tried to dunk it, and it was a completely missed dunk by Watson, one of the rare ones he's had tonight. And Torrington makes it pay. As you can hear Eric Gamar saying, get back, get back. Did not want to have a long pass and had that come back to bite Torrington. Now a 9-point lead Career has over Torrington with 25 seconds left and counting. Battle at the top. Back over to Racine. Now the Chad McCoy. Back over to Racine again. Battle, 16 seconds. Double team by Torrington. They have numbers now. Racine's going to drive in, gives it over to McCoy. He puts it up with the right. Back up to an 11-point lead. 5 seconds left. Henneberry has it. Long pass over to Villanueva. Fakes it out. Shoots the three. And it's in. And what a way to answer the third period by Torrington. 56-48. End it with a three. At the end of three. 56-48. It's going to be one exciting fourth period. You better stick around on DET Sports Media. My name is Christopher Saunders. We'll be right back. Back here at Waterbury Career Academy Gymnasium. Quote from Ronan O'Leary to the Republican American. We finally have a team with a number of upperclassmen who can lead the younger guys. But these players still have a lot to prove, and I expect them to play like they are trying to prove something every time they take the floor. That upperclassman he is talking about is Marquand Watson and Matt Torres, as well as Jaden Battle. The younger players, Bynum and Racine. Every day they need to prove something. Tonight is one of those nights. Torrington is playing one heck of a game against them, 56-48, and we're about to begin the fourth period. Rodriguez over to Henneberry. This could be make it, break it for Career right here. Let's see what adjustments Eric Gamari has for Torrington. Spin move by Torrington. That was number 11, Jordan Henneberry. Now a 6-point lead Career has over Torrington. Battle over to Racine on the right, trying to find someone over to McCoy. Spin move again. He drives into the basket, and he's going to be fouled.
Number 13, Chad McCoy. That foul was on number 10, Joel Villanueva.
Fouls on number 10, Joel Villanueva, the junior. McCoy at the free throw line. First free throw is good. Free throws, especially in the fourth quarter, are very critical. You just never know what change of events could happen in a game where maybe one free throw missed could make or break the game. Second free throw is good. It's Torrington moving quick. Rodriguez running all the way up past half court and then slows down back up to Henneberry. Now the villain away from the three. Same spot as before. Rebounded by Watson. And Rodriguez tries to fight back. Hits Watson in the face. And then the ref is going to call a time after that as Watson was on the floor. And you can hear the crowd and the bench for Torrington questioning why the ref did that. Especially when Rodriguez was going to score an easy 2 points and it would have been a 6-point game. Instead, it's an 8. Torrington does retain the ball, but the points don't count. And Jessa Doctor is coming in the game for Watson. Rodriguez trying to find somebody. That's Henneberry. Henneberry loses it for a second, able to keep it alive. Back over to Villanueva. Now Rodriguez again. He's a little bit of a granny pass over to Henneberry. And it's nothing but net as he pounds his chest with his right hand. 58-52. That's Battle, find a Racine again. He's gonna drive in with the right hand. Answers right back after Henneberry scored. Now 60-52. As you can hear Rowan O'Leary screaming, defense, stick the hands out. Make sure nobody gets past in the passing lanes. Torrington going up against a Waterbury career team playing zone. And that's a three made by number 0, Dante Thomas, after coming out of a 25-point game against Torrington, or against Crosby, on opening night at Torrington. 60-55. We're seeing the battle. Battle's gonna go and he shoots it from beyond the free throw line. And it's nothing but net. 62-55. One heck of an exciting game on both sides between Career and Torrington. Marquand Watson comes back out of the locker room as he's ready to come back in this game. Villanueva fakes it, guarded by Bynum. Back over to Thomas. Now to Jimenez, or to Gonzalez. Then to actually, that was Villanueva. Off the mark, rebounded by Battle. Spin move away from Rodriguez. He's going to drive in. He's going to be fouled, but he's going to be at the free throw line for 2 with 5:28 left here in the fourth. 17 fouls for Career Academy, 5 for Torrington. Second free throw is good. Watson's coming in. Jessa Doctor is coming out. Good to see that Watson's okay. Watson's back in the game. We hope Torres is okay. He left earlier in the fourth period, was hit in the face by Villanueva, and walked right into the locker room. We hope he's okay. Back over to Henneberry from the 3. Went behind Chad McCoy. And McCoy's kind of patting his chest saying, I should have had that one. You should have been able to read the ball. It's all right, though. Still career ball. 5:18 left here in the fourth. 64-55. Career leads over Torrington. Battle gives it over to Watson. Back over to McCoy. He dunks it, and it's in, and you can see the emotion from Chad McCoy. 66-55. Now 4:58 left here in the fourth. Off the mark, and there's going to be a jump ball, and it's going to stay Career Academy. As you can see, Bynum slapping Chad McCoy on the rear a little bit, saying a good job being able to get to that ball. And you can see Rowan O'Leary going over to Chad McCoy, the whole bench and including the crowd giving this Waterbury Career Academy team some love, and they needed this. This has been a hard-fought game on both sides. Career Academy without Torres. He's in the locker room still. He was hit in the face by Villanueva earlier in the fourth period. In the first half, or especially the first period, Torrington was up by over 9 points. And then the second period, it was all Career. Third period, it was about equal. And then fourth period, it's been back and forth. Career has not been able to have any sort of breathing room because Torrington continues to fight back. As soon as Career, either with a dunk or with a three or anything, you name it, Torrington answers right back. And that's all the credit to Eric Gamari, the head coach for Torrington. It's what he preaches, and that's the type of players he wants, and that's what is bred in Torrington. Marquand Watson inbounding the ball, gives it over to Battle. Now passes half court. Racine thought about it, gives it over to Bow, back over to Racine again. He shoots the three from the right. Hits the outside part of the rim, rebounded by Dixon. One bounce pass to Villanueva. They're gonna say he traveled, as Eric Gamar is shaking his head. He's agreeing with that. Didn't agree with the last call about when Watson was hit in the face and they said no points, no foul. But instead, he's agreeing with this one as it was a turnover on a travel call. Bynum has it on the left, gives it over to McCoy. He goes up, rebounded by Dixon. There's a scrum. Watson's gonna fight for it. He ends up with the ball, left hand, off the rim, and it's in. 68-55, now 4 minutes left in the fourth. Thomas for three, and he answers right back. 68-58, now 10-point lead for Career. You could see Rodriguez fighting for the ball, and then Thomas tried to get the steal. Eric Gamar was saying, contain, contain. Bynum for the three. Rebounded by Watson. And then he's fouled, and he's getting back up for one. You could see the tissue in his nose as he was bleeding a tad when he was hit in the face earlier, but he wanted to come back in this game. He's a fighter. You could hear Ron O'Leary actually telling Chad McCoy a certain play. Racine stretching out his hamstring a tad, Battle talking to Bynum. And then Watson attempting for a three-point play. The second of the game between both parties. 3:45 left here in the fourth. If you're just tuning in now, it's been one heck of a game between these two clubs, both Torrington High School Red Raiders and the Waterbury Career Academy Spartans. Rodriguez drives right through the lane, try to go coast to coast and doesn't end up with a basket. Rebounded by Bynum. Now Bow crosses the half court. Gives it over to Bynum. Back again. Now Racine takes a second to regroup. Fighting for the ball is Rodriguez. McCoy loses it. And Torrington has a little bit of pressure. Thomas for the three. Right back into the hands of Rodriguez. There's another scrum. And then blocked by McCoy. Thomas for three. Rebounded again by Racine for Career. That was Rodriguez who tried to steal right back out of Racine's hands and into Torrington. Instead, off the hands of Rodriguez, Career will get the ball back. Battle is slowly taking his time. Something he's done a lot in this game so far, not trying to go too quick. McCoy, back over to Bow, now Bynum. Now back to McCoy again. Now Bynum again. Gives it over to Racine on the right. Battle at the top. What will Career do? Gives it over to Watson underneath. He dunks it. One of his most simple dunks here tonight, but nonetheless, it still counts for 2 points. 72-58. And then blocked, but it's going to be a foul on Watson. As you can see Henneberry talking a little smack after that one. So now you can see both refs trying to calm down this scrum per se. Watson in battle, and then McCoy starting to get in. Henneberry wants the ball. Very anticipated on both sides to see this. You can see Torrington has a lot of pride. Waterbury Career as well. Both teams are trying to prove something in their respective divisions as well as their classes. First free throw is made. If this free throw is made by Torrington, they'll be down by 12. 72-60, 2:34 left here in the fourth period here at Waterbury Career Academy Gymnasium. This is a DET Sports Media production. My name is Christopher Saunders, bringing you the last 2 minutes and 26 seconds. Kevin Zach on the camera. Double team press by Torrington. That was Thomas and Rodriguez. They're going to say that's a foul, though, on Torrington. That's going to be Richie Rodriguez. His first, team 7th. 8 for career, 7 for Torrington. First free throw is good. The two players behind, or past half court all the way on the other side, the right-hand side of your screen, are Bynum and Racine for career for Torrington, Thomas, and Villanueva. Second free throw is good. 2:19 and counting left in the second. Torrington has to answer back quickly. They're running out of time. Henneberry goes up, rebounded by Watson. If you're wondering what's in his nose, it's a cotton swab to stop the bleeding. He was hit in the face earlier. About 4 minutes left in the fourth. Timeout by Waterbury Career. Now 2 minutes and 2 seconds left in the fourth period. Only three timeouts left for Career, 2 for Torrington. Both sides have been competing hard left and right. One interesting matchup. Henneberry and Watson had a little bit of a scuffle with about 3:15, 3:10 left in the fourth. I wonder if maybe Henneberry will go right back up to Watson, maybe try to spark something out of him. That'll be interesting to see what happens right there. But it's been the big three for Career Academy. Watson, Torres, and Battle. Except Torres left earlier in the fourth period, right when it started, because he got hit in the face by Villanueva. We hope he's okay. But Watson and Battle are picking up the slack, as well as the young guys too. Racine, Bynum, and then the switch of the big guys, Chad McCoy and Jessa Doctor. That's the one kryptonite, or I shouldn't even say kryptonite, the one big X factor for this Waterbury Career Academy team. They have the big men. Between Watson, McCoy, and Jessa Doctor, not many other teams have 3 big players as big as they do. And that's going to bode well, especially late in the season. Watson dives, and he dunks it in. It's just starting to become a routine for Marquand Watson. His dunks are amazing. And then he's blocked, but he's going to be fouled. That's going to be Villanueva, who was blocked on that play. As Marquand Watson was screaming, how was that a foul? But the Zebras have the final call. 19 fouls for Career. Minute 42 left in the fourth. You can hear Ronan O'Leary saying all ball. First free throw was missed. O'Leary's been saying that a lot tonight. Refs have been questionable. You could make a case on both sides. Second free throw was good. When you look at when Watson was hit, Torres was hit, you could say the all ball for O'Leary. A couple of times when Watson and even Jessa Doctor went up on a couple blocks. Even McCoy as well back in the second period. Bynum gives it over to McCoy. Instead of dunking, he gives a simple little push. The Waterbury Career starting to push away. Rebounded by McCoy. Back over to Bell. And that's going to start to drop. Watson able to just save that ball. And then one of the rare turnovers for Watson, back over to Rodriguez. He goes in. Bynum tries to block it, completely whiffs. 78-63. And now 1 minute and counting here in the fourth. Henneberry tries to foul. Instead, Battle passes the ball over to Racine on the right. And that's going to be a foul on Rodriguez, and he's wondering, how's that even a foul? And that's going to put Racine at the free throw line for 2. And unless Torrington can start shooting threes quickly and making them, and Waterbury Career starts missing free throws, this game is all about over. First free throw was good. Coming into the game for Torrington is number 15, Justin Mattelio, and number 4, Chris Jimenez. Coming out of the game is Ricky Rodriguez and Jordan Henneberry. Second free throw was missed, rebounded by Jessa Doctor. He puts it up, doesn't get it, and he falls to the ground. Watson tries to save it, but it's off his hand. With 45 seconds left, Torrington will get the ball back. They got to answer back quickly. They got to put it up as soon as they get to past half court. Instead, Henneberry tries to go for 2, doesn't get it, rebounded by Watson. And you could say that all about ends the game. I don't know if Career Academy is going to maybe attempt the final shot. They might. But let's see if Torrington's going to rescind. I don't think they will. They're going to continue on fighting. Back over to McCoy. Fakes it over. Back to Battle. Back to Racine. Now just quick passes left and right. 13 and counting. 12. 10. Racine dribbling around. Oh, that's all Career's doing. Continues on dribbling. Back over to Battle again. Battle spins. Double team, continue to fight. And the ball game is over. And Waterbury Career Academy wins 79-63. They move to 2-0. Torrington moves to 1-1 here at Waterbury Career Academy Gymnasium. Both sides, hard-fought game. One team had to win, one team had to lose. Torrington has nothing to keep their heads down. They played one heck of a matchup, and if there's one thing I can say about Eric Gamari and this Torrington team, they have a real opportunity to make a run and make a name for themselves. They've done that between Crosby and tonight. They showed they are for real. So for myself, Chris Saunders, and for Zach, Kevin Zach, doing the camera tonight, thank you very much. This has been a DET Sports Media production. I hope everyone has a safe Christmas, happy holidays, and a happy new year. I'll see you again in 2018, back on January 3rd, my birthday. Final score here at Waterbury Career Academy Gymnasium, 79 Career, 63 Torrington. We'll see you again. Have a good one, everybody, and so long from Waterbury Career Academy Gymnasium.